What up, YouTube? It's your boy G YouTube back at it again with another video for you. And without any further ado, let's jump right into this video, man, because it has been a hot minute since I made a video on playoff basketball, and this is gonna be the first one. I haven't made one about the finals yet, so let's talk about it. Initially, these are my thoughts progressing through both of these series. I see Giannis is going to be probable, or he's doubtful for game one. Then he's upgraded to questionable. Then he's playing the day of, 2 hours before the game. He's in. My man coming off that hyperextended knee, missed the rest of the Atlanta series in the conference finals. It's okay, they didn't need him, they won. And then he comes back game one, has an astronomical game, still loses. Another astronomical game, game two, still loses. Like, even though my man only had 20 points, Chris Middleton also went off game one. He shot decent from the field, pretty good splits. Giannis had like 17 boards. Brook Lopez shot like 50% from the field. And as usual, Jrue Holiday just did not show up on the offensive end in terms of scoring. You know, he's been having an atrocious playoffs for the most part, but his defense has always been good, and that is the sneaky part about Jrue Holiday. His stats aren't always on the stat board, but his hidden stats on the defensive end is where he makes his impact. But in games 1 and 2, it did not matter because Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton dropped 32, 27, and 22 on their heads respectively in game one. And DeAndre Ayton grabbed a ridiculous 19 boards, man. Like, this game, they were just dominating for the most part. Phoenix, it just felt like Milwaukee never had control, and that the Bucks, you know, it looked like Giannis and Middleton versus the Phoenix Suns, until, you know, Brook Lopez kind of came alive at the end of game one. Then comes around game two, Giannis drops 42 points, and it's basically Giannis versus the Suns, and he can't compete with that, you know. Devin Booker scored 31. Chris Paul dropped 23. Ayton had an uncharacteristic 10 points, only shooting 40% from the field, but it didn't matter. It was enough to get the job done because Mikal Bridges went off for 27 points. It's looking like, man, Giannis needs help. He's not getting the help he needs. It's looking like the 2017 Cavs all over again. Inconsistency from the star player LeBron James had, that was Kevin Love. And man, where are we going from here? Giannis is gonna bounce. They're gonna tear this team up. Mike Budenholzer might get fired again. And then here comes game three. Another monster game by Giannis Antetokounmpo himself. My man's dropped 41 points, 13 boards on 60% shooting, and he actually shot 76% from the free throw line, when the free throws definitely killed them in game one. And then Devin Booker also struggled, and no one on the Phoenix Suns even broke the 20-point marker. That's why they got blown out by like 20 points. It wasn't even a game. They were in control the entire time, and Devin Booker has historically struggled in game threes. Now, this is his first playoffs. In every game three he's played this season, he's struggled. He came and bounced back in game four, where he had 20 points in the first half and then 18 points in the freaking third quarter. So he finished with 38 points with still a whole quarter to go, man. Game four, really entertaining. I wish I would have been able to see the whole thing. It was a great game, man. I heard the game finish on my way home. Watched some highlights, which leads me to where I am now making this video on this whole series. Man, I really thought the Bucks were gonna be goners after the first two games, because those first two games were not pretty, especially game two. But now the tides have swung in Milwaukee's favor. Now, where do we go from here? I don't believe that the tides have completely swung in Milwaukee's favor, because then again, this was on the home floor of the Bucks, not for the Suns. So now that the series is tied up 2-2, thanks to a monster game from Chris Middleton dropping like 40 points, and Chris Paul just not showing up, and he didn't look the greatest out there. Just looking at the eye test, it looks like something might be going on with his shoulder again, We don't know. Chris Paul is always injured, but that's besides the fact. I don't believe that the tides have swung fully in Milwaukee's favor, and let me tell you why. The fact of the matter is they're going back to Phoenix, and I feel that whoever wins this next game in Phoenix is going to win the series. I don't care whether they win one game, then they win the next game, and then they win the game after. Whoever wins this next game is going to win the series, and that's what I truly believe. I'm not going to call who I feel is going to win this game or not. I feel like the Phoenix Suns are gonna have a little bit of home court advantage on the Bucks in that department, but I really think this could go either way, and someone's got to steal a home game at some point, especially the Bucks. There's more pressure on the Bucks, I feel, than there is on the Suns, but that's just me. Not significantly more, because there also is the pressure of Chris Paul to win his first chip on the Suns as well. But I think that the momentum has now evened out because they both won on their home floors. Nobody took home court advantage or anything like that. So it's the home court advantage still belongs to the Bucks, or the Suns rather. And now this is basically like a fresh new series almost. When you look at it in retrospect, it's tied up. First team won 2 games, second team won 2 games, and now you're coming back. You got 3 games left in the series. It's evened up. You're able to make adjustments when you're going and switching to a new environment. So that's why I feel like that momentum that has been built up by Milwaukee is now slowed down, and now they're back on an even playing field with the slight edge to the Suns for home court advantage, but not by much, man. This is going to be real fun. Real fun. This has been a great series to watch. And the game, just hearing it on the radio, man, like hearing Doris Burke and all them, you know, just announce the game. It was a great game, and I can't wait to actually watch the next game and see what was going on, because I heard Devin Booker had a foul that shouldn't have been a foul. I honestly, it didn't end up making a difference anyway, or he had a foul that wasn't called a foul and he should have fouled out. Didn't affect the game, the end outcome. The Suns still lost, so I guess, you know, if the Suns would have won, that would have been the most controversial call in like maybe NBA history or something like that. But that was not the case. I didn't see the play. I still haven't seen the play, to be honest with you. But that's besides the point, because it didn't affect the end outcome. Not to say that it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant in this case because it didn't affect the final outcome. So it is what it is. Refs are going to miss calls at the end of the day. It happens. When it's in the biggest moments, that's when you see a lot of those mistakes, and they're definitely zoomed in on. Everybody makes mistakes. It's just that when they're in the biggest moments, everybody, you know, shines a light on it and puts a magnifying glass to it. You know, that's really all I got for y'all, man. I'm going to save whatever I have to say until my next video, because it's going to make this video very long. So until my next video, I'm out.